pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we have a moment of silence, please? Roll call, Trudy?
Counselor Schneider?
Here.
Counselor Stickley?
Here.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Here.
Counselor Stutes?
Here.
And Counselor Fry?
Here.
And Counselor President Stutes is absent.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Council has had time to go over the prior meeting's minutes. Do we have a approval for those?
I'd make a motion to accept the minutes as printed.
Second.
Counselor Stickley made a motion with Counselor Fry seconding. All in favor?
Aye.
5 yeas, no nays, motion carries.
Thank you. Okay. I'm very honored to read a proclamation here. If we can have Mr. Robert Wise come forward.
On all fours.
Never get up there.
Hand up.
Okay.
Okay. It's an honor for me to be able to read this to you for 43 years. Oh, my goodness. Okay. I'm going to read this proclamation for you. I call you Bob, and I'm sorry about
That's
that.
fine.
That's how I know you.
Mhm.
All right. I'm going to read this proclamation for Robert Rice, who has served 43 years with the Wauseon Fire Department. And I'm going to begin with, whereas Robert Wise began his career in public service with the village of Wauseon in 1975. I don't know if you were even born yet, were you?
76.
I think so. Serving 1 year with the police department auxiliary, and whereas Robert spent the next 3 years serving the village of Fayette police and fire departments before returning to the Wauseon Fire Department. Whereas Robert began his service to the fire department in 1979 as a firefighter, EMT, and continued his professional development, served 15 years as an advanced EMT and 7 years as the rank of captain. And whereas Robert provided mentorship and guidance to those he supervised in the line of duty, and whereas Robert has furthered the stature of the fire services by demonstrating the true value of the volunteer members of this noble profession and progressed these efforts by maintaining effective community relationships, whereas Robert's sincere attitude and dedication have served as an excellent example to those in his profession. Now, therefore, I, Kathy Huner, Mayor of the City of Wauseon, would like to express my sincere appreciation and gratitude to Robert Wise for providing over 43 years of dedicated service to the citizens and visitors of our city and surrounding communities, and would like the City Council and the citizens of Wauseon to wish Robert and his family the very best in his retirement. Thank you so very much.
We got a plaque here from the Firemen's Association to
Wow.
present to Bob.
Oh my. Just let them lift that.
There you go. From the Wauseon Firemen's Association, due to your 40 years of service, we present you with this plaque. Thank you. Don't turn around.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed it. I'm going to miss it. Appreciate all you guys showing your support. It really means a lot to me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thanks.
Okay, that's an amazing feat right there, dedication. That's the word I always think of when I hear those numbers. When we go to the Firemen's Appreciation Dinners and I hear those numbers of those men, it's just always an amazement. Okay, moving forward. Other than that, we have no names of anyone wishing to address council. So we're going to move on to committee reports. We have a buildings and ground. Let's see, Council Stickley?
Yes, we met and discussed the sign that would be out front of the municipal building, which was discussed last year and then tabled forward.
Resurfaced.
There was 2 estimates. We chose the Scott Consulting one. It says for $14,980. So we did motion it to send it to the Finance Committee, Mayor, to see where they can come up with some funding on that one.
Okay.
The second one was the plaque for the swimming pool from the donors. Paul Zumfeld was here, and that was discussed. The HIT trophy is going to make a mock-up of it with all the names, 3 columns, so on and so forth. We did make a motion to move forward on that, and they're going to send it to us for everybody to review to see how it is, and then discuss it and send it to finance to see where we can come up with the funds for the plaque for that also. And that was about it, Mayor.
All right, so we just need a motion to approve the purchase of a plaque right now who donated to the pool is what I see down here. Really nothing. Okay.
Just to approve the purchase of the
Mhm.
sign and the plaque.
Yes, we did.
Well, the sign needs to go to finance yet,
Yeah.
but just to purchase it, you want to move forward on purchasing it. But we got to get some numbers from finance yet before.
And then I'm going to meet with Jamie on that when she gets back. to
Right,
see
she's
what we can
gone
come up.
for a
So there's no
week.
sense having a finance
Right.
meeting until I get with her.
Okay.
Was there any discussion within Building and Grounds about the placement of that sign, maybe at one of our perimeter areas of our jurisdiction, you know, maybe coming into town on Airport Highway or anything like that? Maybe just trying to get the most bang for our buck, view-wise. I don't know if the committee give that any thought.
We did.
Okay.
There was two situations. The sign, if we give it the same size, there can be one out front, and then there can be a satellite sign somewhere else. As long as they're the same size, they will work off the same computer and basically say the same thing. There was just some discussion of where to put it, even out front, due to the fact of the flagpole and the trees, and the trees are having situations with the flagpole and the flag where it was positioned, because the flag's getting torn by the trees. So there was some discussion on that also.
So you're thinking of replacing just the one that's out front?
That's the one we was talking about at the time.
I think what they're talking about is, we decided to go with the bigger version, I believe, out front, because that way, if you put another one out, Shoup Avenue or South End, somewhere, it's gotta be the same size. There's no sense putting a big one out there and then having to come back and take a little one out and replace this with a big one. You have to have them the same size to work off the same computer programs, what we were told. So I think initially, we thought, let's start with this one out here, and then if we want to add one, nothing has to be done to this one. It doesn't have to be upgraded or anything. I think that's the plan, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's why the sizing of it is, because it was 2 different sizes of signs. If it's a smaller sign out front, then you cannot put anything but a smaller sign elsewhere, such as Shoup Avenue. But there wasn't really any discussion about putting the sign on Shoup and not out front of the municipal building.
motion? Accept the Buildings Grounds Committee's recommendations?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Counselor Schneider made the motion with Counselor Steers seconding. Any discussion? Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain? Counselor Steers?
Yes.
Did you say yes, Jane?
Yeah, I'm still thinking. Yes.
Oh, you're still thinking?
Yeah, I'm done thinking now, though. Thank you.
Okay, sorry, didn't mean to rush you.
That's all right.
Counselor Fry?
Government moved quickly there.
5 yeas, no nays, motion carried.
Sure, I always love when you fill in.
Oh, thanks, Shane.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was a grunt or a yes, or
No, I tried to remain mute there for a second. That's what I thought. I didn't think you answered it.
Okay. Department heads. Chief?
Nothing other than there is legislation on there, again, a second reading on the zoning officer in Clinton Township. Nothing's changed in that light. And other than that, nothing new's come about in the fire department lately, so unless anybody has any questions.
Not a lot to report. I'm almost completed with our year-end report. Only thing that is sticking out right now is we had about a 50% increase in injury accidents. Fortunately, we're low on the number of injury accidents, but we still went from 22 to 33. So we're going to be
Designated area that you think
Shoup, Oak, and Ottakey. I pulled up the reports, and those were the areas I thought maybe we
Not
were
Shoup
assisting.
and
Shoup and Elm, Shoup and Oak. Most of them are down in north of Linfoot Street. That's a bad area, so we're gonna. If you see increased patrol cars down there, that's why. Is that to increase that much in 1 year? I haven't seen that for a long time.
So is Oddie the problem at the traffic light? Is that what you're talking, Chief?
We won't, see, that's not technically in our jurisdiction, so those are not counted. I think there was only one counted, and it's because he ran off and took out the sign there, and that was actually in our jurisdiction, but the rest of them are not, so. Now, for us, it's mainly right up there by Walmart, Rite Aid, and from Tiny's north, basically, is our problem area, as
On
well as
Shoup.
Elm and Burnell is also a problem area too. Usually if we have an accident, Elm and Burnell, it's an injury. 'Cause
People running the stop sign at Burnell?
either they
don't
stop
see
and
it.
don't see cars coming, or they don't stop. We will be doing some more checking on that. Also, I was hoping to give you a date for the next Coffee with the Cop. We'd like to do it at Sully's this time, but I have not been able to confirm with them as far as a date. So it should be the end of this month or the first part of next month. Hopefully I will have that for you here in the near future. I think that's it, unless anyone has any questions.
Dennis?
Also very abbreviated this evening. About 3/4 done with my year-end report. Working on that. Snow and water main breaks.
Any questions for Dennis? Okay, Jamie is gone for a week, so Tom.
So I thought I'd use my time to just clarify one of the ordinances, that is 2019, one that's before council this evening. There's two that have to do with pay raises. The second one is regarding the mayor, but I think that's pretty straightforward. I just want to, there's been some confusion as to how the increase to council's yearly wages have been calculated, and I just wanted to run through that to make sure we were all on the same page. I'll try not to be more confusing than it may already be. So we started out with, this is based on my conversation with Scott, who I think was sort of relaying that to me on behalf of Jeff, who was out of pocket. But the original wage was the starting place, and $750 was added to that for all council members except for the council president. And then, having arrived at that number, which is as set forth in the legislation, 6695, then my understanding was that the council president was to make above $750 above the regular council members. And so that's how we arrived at 7445. And I guess just a thing to clarify, I think the original gap was $500 between council and council president. So there's a little bit of a bump up there for the council president, beyond what the difference was before. So I think the total increase to the council president's salary would be $1,000, the $750 plus the $250 extra. So, and that's basically all. I just wanted to point that out. There was some confusion, or I was a bit confused on that. But does that sound consistent with what folks were anticipating? Okay.
Council member 750, council president 1,000, and then the mayor. What's the legislation?
1,000 for the mayor, from 14 to 15.
That is what I recall discussing.
Me too. Yeah. Is that what you got downtown?
Yeah, yeah, that's what's set forth in the legislation. Okay, just wanted to clarify that, and then I think those are the only two for, well, we have resolution 2019-8, which is just that's Jamie's request to shift $15,000 within the general budget, or general fund. Other than that, I guess I think we're just about finally finished with the union contracts. Final little commas and periods here and there, and I expect that we'll have those finalized within the next few days, and the parties will be able to sign. The delay has not been due to any substantive changes, just repagination, table of contents, and just a few little issues here and there. Procedural issues mainly. That's all I have. Mayor, any questions? Or?
No. Ready to move on for legislation. Ordinance 2019-1, ordinance authorizing a compensation increase for members of Wauseon City Council and declaring an emergency.
I would make that motion.
Second?
Counselor Stickley made the motion with Counselor Chamberlain seconding to place ordinance 2019-1 on emergency. Any discussion? Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Steers?
Yes.
And Counselor Fry?
Yes.
5 yeas, no nays, motion carries.
Final reading?
Second?
Is that you, Shane?
Yes.
Counselor Fry made the motion with Counselor Fry seconding to place 2019. Counselor
Chamberlain.
Chamberlain on final reading. Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Steers?
Yes.
And Counselor Fry?
Yes.
5 yeas, no nays, motion carries.
Okay. Ordinance 2019-2, ordinance authorizing a compensation increase for the mayor of the city of Wauseon and declaring an emergency.
I would make that motion. Second.
Counselor Stickley made the motion with Counselor Steers seconding to place 2019-2 on emergency. Counselor Steers?
Yes.
Counselor Fry?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
5 yeas, no nays, motion carries.
Final reading.
Final reading.
Second?
Counselor Fry made the motion with Counselor Chamberlain seconding to place on final reading. Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes, ma'am.
Counselor Steers?
Yes.
And Counselor Fry?
Yes.
5 yeas, no nays, motion carries.
Okay. Resolution 2019-8, a resolution to amend ordinance 2018-17, the annual appropriations ordinance.
I'll make that motion.
That's Steve.
Who seconded?
I'll
Counselor
second.
Steers seconding. Counselor Schneider made the motion with Counselor Steers seconding to place on final reading. Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Steeritz?
Yes.
And Counselor Frye?
Yes.
5 yeas, no nays, motion carries.
Second reading, let's see. Resolution 2019-7, a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Clinton Township for zoning compliance and code enforcement services.
I would make that motion.
I'll second
Counselor Stickley made the motion with Counselor Steeritz seconding to place Resolution 2019-7 on second reading. Any discussion? Counselor Schneider?
it. Yes.
Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Steeritz?
Yes.
Counselor Frye?
Yes.
5 yeas, no nays, motion carries.
Okay, moving on to third reading. Resolution 2019-6, resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with a successful electrical supplier for aggregation.
Make that motion.
Second.
Counselor Schneider made the motion with Counselor Stickley seconding to place Resolution 2019-6 on final reading. Any discussion?
Would we consider any unsuccessful electrical suppliers? Just joking.
But hope not.
Sorry.
Counselor Frye?
Yes.
Counselor Steeritz?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
5 yeas, no nays, motion carries.
Okay. Under new business, we have more appointees for Park Board, Pride and Wauseon Preservation and Design. We have Civil Service Commissions and Tree Commission.
Are all these folks returning, Mayor?
Well, as we know, let's see.
Yes, they are.
They hadn't heard that. Have you heard from people?
All these I've heard, these are all
Okay.
confirmed, they
All
are
right.
returning, yes, these are the ones.
Thank
There's
you.
2 I have not heard from yet, so
Okay.
they'll be probably next month.
All right, thank you. These come back via email, so thank you for that on the last one I hadn't heard.
I'd make a motion to accept these appointments.
Second.
Counselor Chamberlain made the motion with Counselor Stickley seconding to accept the mayor's appointments. Any discussion? Counselor Frye?
Yes.
Counselor Steeritz?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
And Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
5 yeas, no nays, motion carries.
That's all I had under new business. Anything else? All right. We could use a motion for the approval of the bills.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Counselor Schneider made the motion with Counselor Frye seconding to pay the bills. Counselor Steeritz?
Yes.
Counselor Frye?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
And Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
5 yeas, no nays, motion carries.
Can we have a motion for adjournment, please?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Counselor Stickley made the motion with Counselor Steeritz seconding. All in favor?
Aye.
Good.